I know I like trains, but I have never wanted one to be as successful as I do right now. My network is somewhat stable, but this little chuffer here could be the difference between making millions and losing millions. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2, and welcome back to the conglomerate town of Cockerhead. Cockermouth, Leatherhead, I've decided to call it Cockerhead. It's a little bit naughty, it's a little bit funny. That's why, basically. Apologies to all those who live in Leatherhead and Cockermouth, but that's just the way it is. I'm pretty certain Leatherhead's in Surrey. I'm trying to remember where Cockermouth is. I believe it's up north somewhere. So it's not like you're going to be that close to one another to form a conglomerate anyway, but it is what it is. Right, since last episode, what have I done? So, one of the first things I did was double track the line here between the steel mill and why is the game not working? And this junction here. So it's now double track all the way to the top of the hill, just to speed things up a little bit there. I did have to sell one of the trains in order to make that a reality. So now this is kind of a struggling to make money kind of line. If I open this up, I don't actually think it's on here right now because... No, it's not. It should be on here, but it's not. It is actually making money right now. So yeah, the snapshot is it's profitable. But the reality is it's not really. One of the other things I did was... there are still vehicles running up and down the road here, as you can see, but they are no longer running on the steel and tools line. Instead, and oh, that's actually empty, which is a little bit concerning. Why is that? That's very concerning. What's happened here is, I don't know what's happened here. Have we maxed out? We might have maxed out. Basically, we need to get more iron ore over to here because we need to produce more steel. Because one of the reasons why I took out the vehicles on the steel line was there just wasn't enough steel. And we already have a steel line here that goes all the way up here to create machines to come back. And we do actually have tools getting brought in from this tools factory back to Stowmarket. So Stowmarket is getting a nice supply of tools. What it needs is machines, and that's where we're struggling. So what we did, we're also struggling with fuel right now as well, but I believe that is currently being sorted. Yes. So what I did was I created a new line from this iron ore mine here, down this road here, up this road here to the steel mill. The vehicles then run back empty, although in theory we could bring steel back down. Actually, why didn't I do that? That would have worked. To over here, then they pick up grain, bring the grain up the hill here to the alcohol distillery, and then it's only this section here that they run empty back to fill up again, which is exactly what the other iron ore line does. So actually, it works out kind of well. And I could, in theory, get the steel. I'm going to do that quickly. We'll get the steel brought back down here. So before number 6. In fact, does it already make that journey? No. No, it doesn't. I'm being dopey. There we go. So at Upper Stowmarket here, you're going to pick up steel. You're then going to bring it down the hill here. And here you're going to unload completely. And we're going to do this. Excellent. So now we should have 2 small sections where nothing's being carried. But the rest of the journey, there should be a lot of stuff being carried. And I think that is good. And yeah, we've got grain waiting here now. Again, I think it's just the influx of vehicles. Because I had like 160 odd vehicles transfer over to the other line. If you see here, the frequency... Ooh. I don't know how that happened. I've managed to pin that. The frequency is 24 seconds. The rate is 120, which is pretty good, all things considered. If I select this, you can see, yeah, we're getting a good rate of return. One other thing I want to do here is this. We'll get time running again because we need to get progressing. We are also losing money right now. So this is kind of an odds and sods video. In this series where we're not really going to be building anything new necessarily, but we're just going to be observing what we've already got and seeing if there's anywhere where we can make some improvements. Line manager right now is turned off for everything except, I mean, it's always Oh, it was turned off anyway, actually, so I could just turn these back on. That's fine. and we'll make sure that's off there. The problem we have right now is just expenditure. What's losing us the most money? Railroad and road lost us money before. The railroad one is a bit worrying, but I think it just depends on where the train is on its journey. So yeah, it really struggles up this hill. Which is another reason why it would benefit us to actually progress time. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. To progress time, because then we can start carrying more up the hill because we'll have more powerful locomotives, which will be nice. But yeah, it's just about making money now. That's the big problem we've got. So in terms of all the industries around here, we pretty much make money from everything. There's marble here and here that we could potentially take somewhere to turn into construction materials, because we do have some places near. I mean, Cockermouth wants construction materials, and marble. We need stone as well. See, that's where the problems lie. There was also here. There's a sorting centre that got built. I thought it was over here for a second. I thought it had gone already, but that's not useful to us right now. There is potential for. I was going to say for food into Rouge. Is it Rougeley? Rougeley? I actually don't know. But that's kind of off limits as well. There's food maybe or grain over here. It's just there's not enough industries close enough together to make this viable. And we've got this set up here as well. But there's nowhere for it to go. It's really frustrating just scanning across the map and thinking, oh, I can do this. And then you follow the production line and you're like, oh, no, actually, I can't do this. If we had a grain farm near here somewhere, that would be good, because we've got plastic and food that we could make. But then there's nowhere to take the food. It's just a very frustrating thing. And I really feel like when you play in hard mode, you're meant to have progressed onto a full rail system by now. And I've just dragged my feet too much. And that's kind of what's costing us. Passengers are kind of going places, but not greatly. You can see here we've still got some zeros. No one is using our bus line to go around town, which makes me think we should probably just scrap it. It's losing money. I wouldn't call it popular. The only problem with scrapping it is then only this part of town here would get served. And that's the annoying thing, you see, is I want people from Leatherhead to actually come down and take the bus, which actually I guess that's what this line is for. It's to bring people to the bus station here to then take the tram down to Cockermouth or the bus over to Scarborough. Speaking of, we need to do some jigging over here. Let's do the Leatherhead line. So instead of the crescent, I need you now to come all the way over here. Like so. There we go, and then we'll grab the other one, which was Scarborough to Leatherhead. Grab these vehicles, stick them on the first line, which was that one. Manage line. Get rid of line. There we are. So yeah, now they'll go straight through to Leatherhead, which is exactly what we want. So I'm happy about that. Just checking here. Is there anyone? Yeah, so you're going to Scarborough. So that's not bad. There will be people using that at least. So that's good. And then that might encourage growth here. In terms of this, there's a bit of a traffic build up again. We've got planks going to Leatherhead, which is this one. Which, this doesn't make tools though, does it? Because Leatherhead doesn't accept tools. Leatherhead only accepts machines. But we don't have machines coming. Oh, we do have machines. Of course we do, yeah. There's a line over here that brings machines back. Yes. Where does it go? Oh no, you're a Scarborough one. Where's the... Is it the mixed Leatherhead one? Yes. Oh yeah, you're quite extensive, aren't you? You take planks and all sorts. So wood, planks, machines. So why don't we just have you drop off in Leatherhead on the way back and save us a journey? Because I think there is actually this one, which does that final mile. I don't know. We'll see. We are sort of starting to make money again. We've maxed out the loan right now. So the ideal thing here would be to pay off the loan a little bit. And then we can use that as a safety net and a buffer for buying trains to continue to make money. This is now the biggest loss on the network, but that will drop as we start carrying more iron ore. The other problem was getting iron ore actually onto this line in the first place. So you see I've built a building here to try and increase the capacity here, and it's just filling out on this line still. So I guess it's done by distance, and we have got some stuff going up to Stone Market, so it's not the end of the world. The extra 200 is what I would like to have on that one, but it very much depends on what this can carry. Now, the solution to that is to build another stop somewhere over here, which, to be honest, I'm very tempted to do. So I think we're going to do that as well. We've got the money for it right now, so let's build it strike while the iron's hot, as they say. Oh, and just as I say that, the money disappears. Any second now. There we go. And this. And this. So we've got a bit of a queue coming in here right now, but that's fine. We'll do that. We'll do this, and we'll make sure that you're carrying iron ore. There we go, and then we can remove that one. Excellent. There's a waypoint that I need to remove as well, which is this one. There we go. Much better. So yeah, this will now fill up. This will now continue to fill up, and to be honest, because of that, I can remove this, and we can save a little bit of money on that as well. Nice one. Right, select you again, consumers. So yeah, that number is starting to rise now, I think. Should be. Again, one of our problems is these aren't actually running full. They've got stuff in them, but they're not running full, which is a bit of a pain. We need this number here to go up to the 200. Was it on? So it's 93 now. 97% transported, which is encouraging. We just need that to keep going up. 97. Was it on 97 before? Or was it 96? I feel like it was on 97 before. So I don't think that's any progress. And we have a lot of vehicles here right now waiting to get in. So that's... wait, where did you... Oh, you loaded up with grain over here, didn't you? Of course you did. I was like, where did the grain come from? Yeah, it's carrying some stuff at least, so that's fine. The problem we've got right now is how many of these are currently running empty. That's why the line's losing so much money. We just need to get that second train. If we can get that second train, things will be a lot easier. So I could just look and see what's losing us money. And right now, a lot of it is passengers. We're just not making money on passengers. But we can't downgrade the trams. We could downgrade the stagecoaches, make them smaller. Let's see how much that would cost. I feel like, you're not the smallest. It would actually cost money to do that, though. But your running cost would be almost halved. So what's... Hang on. 3 lots of 8 is 24. We're currently carrying 19. So that's doable. Sure. We might look to do that on a couple of other places as well. So you're carrying 18. So that, again, we can potentially do. It could just be right now that not as many people want to travel, which is a bit of a shame. Might stick to just changing the in-town ones for now, and the cross-town, you know, the intercity. Intercity? Can you call that? Can you call a stagecoach an intercity? I guess you can. But those will keep as the big ones for now. Come on, give me the money. That's what I mean by odds and sods. We're just literally just doing odd jobs to try and get the network profitable again. I really feel like the railway was a massive, massive gamble. When we built it, it was a gamble. When we got the first train, it was a gamble. When we got the second train, it was a huge gamble. And now we're really, really struggling to make the money back to actually be able to expand the network, which is a massive pain in the arse. And I was on Reddit earlier, and I was reading posts, people saying that they never actually make it even to the 1950s. And I was like, this one, I am determined we're going to make the 1950s. And right now, I don't even think we're going to make the 1900s, never mind the 1950s, with the way we're going. Just not making money. Every time it goes positive, if you look in the bottom corner, there you go. Massive, massive deficit again. What a pain. I think we're just waiting for stuff to happen. We're waiting for cargo to start getting shifted and balances to change and all that good stuff. And then eventually, you know, we should hopefully start making enough money again. If I just keep an eye on this. This new line here is such a gamble as well. The biggest problem, and it seems to be less of a problem now. Why has that only got 48? But this one has 180 something. The main thing is this is now got stuff waiting. So we'll have a nice steady flow once the vehicles come flooding back again. What's the rate on this line now with the rate's 141, the frequency's 21. So that's the bit that needs improving still. Is that side of things. So let's just for a second enable line manager and see what it does. Is it going to buy new vehicles or is it going to sell existing ones? That's the question. Right now it's not going to do anything because we don't have the money for it. Yeah, look, it's buying new ones. And actually it's buying new ones on the line that we can't really afford. And it's just bought a new tram as well, which is interesting. So you're losing money, but it feels like we need... Is that 8 trams? This is the Cockermouth to Leatherhead one as well. So this is the one we built last time out. I guess that's fine. I don't quite know why it feels the need to do that. I guess because the distance of the line. What's the actual frequency? 3 minutes. It's almost half full. In fact, it's over half full now. So I guess that's fine. And people are using it. It's not like it's underused or anything. We just need stuff to grow. To be honest, if I upgraded this road here, we might actually see stuff start to grow off it. But yeah, I guess people are moving. That's the main thing, keeping people moving. This traffic jam here as well is becoming an absolute nightmare. So, where's the mixed Leatherhead one? It's this one, right? So from here, what we really want is for you to skirt around and actually run to Leatherhead to drop off and then head back to pick up logs. But that is quite a faff. But it saves having an extra line's worth of vehicles here, and it actually takes the trucks away from stopping here twice. If I show you, yeah, stop 4 and stop 7 is it's swapping planks with the other line, and then it's coming back and dropping off machines. We could change that, so instead of dropping off machines here, it will just carry on through this way and up here and drop off and then go back to the forest. And to be honest, kind of want to do that. So let's, I don't want to use waypoints if I can help it. If I did this, is it going to send it the way I don't want it to go? Not yet. But if I do that, and then if I do that. Nope, still not doing it. Excellent. Okay, so we'll do that. We can then take this. We can take Machines Leatherhead. We'll just sell it. We don't need that vehicle. And then the line, we can just get rid of. Because again, we don't need it anymore. Sweet. So now it just goes through once and then not twice, which is nice. If I've done this correct, of course, which it looks like I have, which is nice. I've had people commenting about this as the episodes have gone through. Again, at the time of recording this, the episode count, we're a little bit... Well, I'm a little bit ahead. Episode 3 or 4? I can't remember now. It's just gone out at the time of recording. So there's quite a lot happening still. And I'm reading the comments as they come through, and there's people saying, you know, this whole one-way system is crap. It needs changing. I know that. Once one-way roads are available, this is all going to get redone. The other solution, I think, was to move this over here, which, yeah, that's a fair point. Or even just taking this and sticking it in this gap here and then having a proper one-way system without this extra road in the way. There's also something about the way I've got vehicles turning and stuff like that, and a lot of people are wondering why I only buy one vehicle when I set up new lines. That's actually deliberate. It's because line manager's running, so I just have one vehicle to start with, just to remind, well, not even remind myself, just so I don't forget to have vehicles running on the lines, basically. And then in time, line manager takes over and populates the line a lot better. That's why I do it like that. It's probably not the most efficient, certainly probably not the most economic way of doing it, but, you know, it works for me. Okay, so this is now nicely filled up. And we do have vehicles coming in and filling up, which is good to see. The frequency is 21 seconds, so that's still pretty crap, to be honest, but it is improving. You can see here now we're getting a lot more iron ore, which means we'll be getting a lot more steel, because we've got so much coal waiting up here. It really is a case of we don't have enough iron ore coming in. But you'll see as the vehicles here begin to get a bit more spread out. He says trying to click the right one. There we go. That's full. That's full. That's full. So we're going to get a nice steady flow of iron ore being delivered, which means there'll be a nice steady flow of steel being produced, which means there'll be a nice steady flow of tools and all sorts of other things coming out of this, which will be very nice indeed. Are you... Nope, you're coal. Let's just select this one. I just want to see how much money it makes when it actually stops here now. We could, in theory, have a truck that starts all the way up in the north of the map and runs all the way to the south. And that'll probably make like 100 grand on its own, if not more. If I was a lunatic enough to do that, then I would love to try it out and see what happens. But I'll probably do it on easy mode, just to experiment. Yeah, we got like, I think it was said 13 grand or something. I was about to say 7, but there was way more than that. It was like 13,000, because that's now plus 9. Where's another one? Any one of these? This one. We'll see what this one gets. That one just got 6. That one got, yeah, 13. So that's actually pretty good. If we can keep that steady flow going. Already, look, this is almost half what it was a minute ago. And we're starting to see less lines losing money, which is good. Very nice indeed. These trams, though, are going to keep losing money. I mean, this is constantly going to fluctuate. And again, people tell me not to look at this. But I like to look at it just to see the progress. And our biggest loss maker now is the train. So once the train stops, that will flip again, of course. I think we're starting to turn this the right way. I think. In fact, yeah, there you go. The train's just... I don't know how, because it hasn't dropped anything off. It's still climbing up the hill. But it's disappeared off the list. So, guess a new month started? Yeah, April 1st. So it hasn't actually lost anything this month yet. And that's why this isn't a very good thing to look at. Because now you can see they're all starting to kick in. And there goes the train again. So, it is what it is. I'd love to get the second train. I'd love to get the balance positive again. It's very much just keeping an eye on what's gaining us money and what's losing us money. So the train here is still sort of losing money. The road vehicles, though, look at that. That's a huge climb compared to what it was before. And we actually made a profit because of that. So it's coming. It's coming back. Investments, yeah, new vehicles is always going to cost us. The way to save us on that one is to tick that again. And we'll start to see an increase. As long as stuff is making money on the whole, I'm not too worried. As I said, this is very much an odds and sods video. We're not reinventing the wheel today or anything like that. We're just observing what's potentially going wrong on the network, and we're trying to fix it so that it doesn't keep doing it. Otherwise, if we don't catch it now, we never will, and we'll end up going bust because of it. Only 27% of people are using our lines to get around Stowmarket, which I find fascinating, considering we basically cover every building in town. And we've got a pretty quick line to do it as well. So this should be more lucrative, because there's 200 odd people on each one here. Let me do some quick maths. That's 497 people. 498 people now travelling around, and only 27% of them are using our transport, which is disappointing. And even here, only 49% are heading to Scarborough on our lines, which we have a stagecoach that operates this line now. It's actually quite a lucrative one. It seems to be making us well, it's not making us money, but it's got quite a lot of people operating on it right now. And on this one, yeah, no one's going to Scarborough. No one's going to Scarborough on our lines, because we don't have a line that serves all of Scarborough. No one... Actually, 77. No, that's a lot better than I thought it was. Going to Stowmarket. Maybe I just need to relax. I mean, look, we're making We're making the money now. And even with the drop, it's staying positive. So, I guess blip over for the time being. Oh, that's a lot healthier now. Look at that. Even with these ones starting to make losses again, that is a huge difference. And even then, that's the steel line, which is producing steel and machines. So all the way from Stowmarket up to Scarborough and back again. That's where that's coming from. So that's kind of meant to be a loss leader because it encourages machines to be delivered to where they need to go. So I guess I'm not too unhappy right now. I think things are recovering quite nicely. So we should be able to afford this second train soon. In terms of this, I mean, we're never going to get these to balance out right now because of the way, it's just the way it works. Just looking, if these are all running full now, which they are, that second stop was actually a really good idea. This keeps a nice steady flow. We just need to get this frequency. Let's have a look. If I can get the frequency to like, I think, is it 11 seconds? It takes for a vehicle, 14 seconds it takes for a vehicle to stop and load up. Doesn't look like it's going to drop below 20. So we'll just buy another 15. Oh, there you go, 19. Just buy another 15 vehicles. We'll let them do their thing. I've no idea where they're going to dispatch from. I removed the road depot here at Stowmarket. Mainly because we're all trams here now anyway. So for passengers, there's no need to have a road depot. And also it let me build a street that linked up down here. And potentially gave us a new tram route. Because right now this here is the main road in and out. And I was thinking of diverting the trams down this way. So that when the trucks pick up the pace, it doesn't get in the way. That was the plan. Kind of works. We'll see. One other thing I can do while we've got the money. Oh, just as I say that, we spent a load of money. I think it was like 350 or something for the new loco. Just wanted to see what the difference was. Get rid of that. Between this and this. So in terms of the cost, 329. The running cost is only 14,000 a year more. Top speed is 3 miles an hour more. That I'm not fussed about. It's the power and the tractive effort that I'm looking at. So it's a 90 to 122 and it's a 20 to 25. I'm really tempted to upgrade. Did it seriously just drop again as I paused the game? Really tempted to upgrade this loco just to get it to go faster. So if I edit this, add you, is it shift and click? Yeah, and then remove you. Boom. So right now it's struggling at 10, 11. If it hits 12, then I know we've done the right thing here. There we go. And it's this section here that's the steepest. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this. If it continues to gain speed, then I know this was a worthy purchase. Even if it just doesn't lose speed, I'll know it's a worthy purchase. Because this is a long slog. Basically from the bottom here, right the way up to the top, is one long slope. So just making sure that we don't lose speed is key. Because then we can get more iron ore to the top of the hill just by having a slightly faster train. And then we can, if we did buy a second train, it would be even faster still. So we are actually losing speed here still, but I think it was only 8 miles an hour before and now it's 10, which doesn't sound like a huge amount, but that could be the difference between this line working and this line not working. Because right now, yeah, losing money, but you never know what happens in just a minute. Right, the steel line's still losing money. That could just be the number of vehicles as well. There's too many vehicles. Everything, oh my god, it moves so often. That's the thing. It really does move so often. The passenger trams we're just going to have faith in and hope that they continue to work. And I think we need like 1.2 million now to clone this train. But the fact that it's doing 17 miles an hour on this section, whereas before I think it was only getting to 15 as it crossed over here, this is now a faster service. We could in theory add more wagons to this existing train so then it can carry even more up the hill and make even more money for us. Because now as it stops, 358,000. I think that used to be 107. Now it's gone up to 135 apparently, but it was 117 just now. And yeah, look at the bottom line. We're starting to get a very... Oh, look at that. I know that's before expenses, but that's just hit 1 million, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I want to see. That's very nice indeed. And also the other thing to remember is this now goes back downhill faster, as well as up. Pause. Let's have a look at this. So I think it's a 200 meter long station here, is it not? 1, 2, 3. No, it's a 160 meter long station. If I was to do this, and if I was to do this, and then if I was to do... this, 56 capacity, costs 466,000. So it costs almost 2 million now per train. But this could be huge because it carries 56. We've almost... I think we've added half again. I think it's 12 wagons now, whereas it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We just added... I think it was 6 I just added. So it was previously 8. So we've almost doubled the length of the train. Which, again, so long as it doesn't slow down too much, climbing the hill, that's a huge, huge gain for us. That's a massive, massive gain. And yeah, the profit should come rolling in. And then, again, once we can buy that second train, that's when stuff really starts to happen for us. And again, look, it's a huge drop in terms of loss. The line here... this one, this should definitely start to pick up soon. It's minus 26 right now. We make 13 grand per drop off. So 2 drop offs. In fact, already it's actually no, it's come back again. But yeah, you can see how much iron ore we're carrying right now. It's very much a case of just waiting for these to start doing their thing. Plus, we now have a frequency of 19. It's only a matter of time before that just goes stratospheric with the amount of money it's making for us. There you go. It's already dropping. It is still up the top here, though, which I find interesting. It's almost like every time there's a drop-off, we do still lose money from it. So that's just... wow, that's just gone huge there. First of the month, I guess, the expenses have kicked in again. Maybe the distance is too great on that one. But then a steady flow should be a steady flow, really, shouldn't it? I don't know. We'll just have to keep an eye on that one. The other thing I want to do, which I'll probably do between episodes here, is double track more of this. So if I can get from here down to this signal here as double track, which in theory I can do because of the way this was designed. So this one here can be double tracked now all the way down on the left hand side here. And then we'll just remove the track here and connect it in as a dead end. And then that will help with line capacity as well, for when we get that elusive second train that right now we're nowhere near being able to get. I'm just going to keep an eye on this still as we just pan around. This episode's almost over because we've only got a couple minutes left before we hit kind of the time that I like these episodes to be. I think getting stuff on the line still is a problem, although that has risen significantly and that's a nice looking number as well. It's just encouraging the iron ore mine to actually use this route. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Could be a bit healthier. Let's see what this one does. I can't remember what the ratio is here. So that's... I think... is each of these 1? Yeah. And then when it hits 10, it goes into a single one. Okay, so I think the frequency still is a bit iffy. It's on average every 19 seconds. But I think because of the way that we transferred vehicles over and things like that, you can see there's more heading east now than west. And up here, there's more heading south than north. So there needs to be a bit more of a spread on these vehicles. But I think this number here has dropped a lot since this episode started. So I think we are starting to balance it out again. But ideally, we want to upgrade this steel mill to the 2nd level, which... I mean, we're only halfway there according to this, which I guess is accurate because you have to get it to the full 200 for that to happen. So we just need to keep pumping it full of stuff. Just looking, where are we? We're over here. It's slowed down to 9. But on this section here, I'm hoping it starts to speed up again. Even if it doesn't, this is the same... Oh, there you go, it is speeding up. But this is still the same speed that it was going under the previous loco, with a smaller train as well. So it's very much swings and roundabouts. Very much so. And we need to start paying this loan off as well, because the interest is screwing us right now. But look, that actually was 1 million confirmed for the month. Is it a month? No, it's a quarter, isn't it? Between October and December. So we're actually in 1963. We're in 1863 now, so I might need to keep an eye on the time here and make sure we don't progress too quickly. I just want to see how much this train makes. So it's minus 307,000 right now, and I'm starting to worry that actually it's now too slow and it's not going to make us enough money. But in terms of our actual money here, we very nearly crossed 1 million again there without paying off the loan. And yeah, we made almost $500,000 there, and that was before this kicked in. So it's very much dependent on the train still. And to be fair, with the iron ore delivery on the road here, we don't really need the train. The train's just a little booster every now and then. And the topography here suggests that we're better off without the train anyway. And it's that huge ridge. You can just see it here if I zoom in. It's a huge ridge that you have to try and get the railway up. If we went for a more... I reckon if we curve the line more this way, it's actually less of a gradient. If you... maybe not actually. You kind of have to come this way again a little bit and then this way, and yeah. So I think we end up with just the same problem but slightly rerouted. Oh, we so nearly crossed the mill again. So nearly crossed the mill. And the loan thing does pay off automatically, and it does take out the loan automatically every time we need it. So that's good. We're definitely going to cross the mill now when this drops off. Boom. $500,000 from that one delivery, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, that triggered paying off the loan. I think I've got it set to 1 million. So when we hit 1 million, it automatically pays off $500,000. I believe that's what I've done. So without line manager enabled, we are making money hand over fist, which is incredible. And yeah, look, we just did it again. So we've got the safety net now, where in theory, if we hit the 1 million a third time, I can buy a second train and start making money for this line, which would be awesome. And compared to everything else, yeah. So I think that's our goal. It's starting to make enough money now to pay off the loan enough. Even just to get rid of the loan interest, because that's almost 100 grand every month. £4 off 100 grand every month, which is just insane. And buying that second train. And also double tracking, which I'm going to do off camera right now, because I'm going to wrap up this episode. Thank you very much everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. Excuse me, nearly choked on my own air then. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. It's very much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening. That's where I was going with this. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.